Really? Really? What's up, YouTube? Sean the Gamer here with Thomas, my cousin.
Yep.
Oh, what a weekend. Let's start off by saying NXT Dallas was great.
It was really great.
WrestleMania was a fun experience.
It was.
The Walking Dead gave me a heart attack.
It did.
And then we have this Raw.
Raw after Mania.
And this may be one of the best Raws I've seen in a very, very long time. We start off the show with Shane and Vince. And Vince gives Shane control of the company, well, of Raw for the night. And that just set off a whole landslide of amazingness. We start off with the New Day versus the League of Nations for the tag team titles.
Bootios.
Barrett versus... It was Barrett and Sheamus versus Biggie and Kofi. It was Barrett and Sheamus versus Biggie and Kofi.
Yep.
Good match. Ended with New Day retaining. And then the Wyatts came out after they promptly kicked Barrett out the League of Nations, which I'm fine with. He's better than them anyways.
For real.
I know he has contract issues and stuff, but I think they should give Barrett at least one more run with the title since they never gave him the world title. Give him one more run with the IC or US belt, and I'm fine with that. And then we go into Sasha versus Summer Rae. Who you think won?
Summer Rae, though. Great way to call her out the Raw after Mania.
Yeah.
But she should have known she didn't have the ability to beat the boss.
Ain't nobody.
So, there you go.
Ain't nobody beating the boss no time soon. And Sasha won, of course.
Of course.
And then we had the Raw debut of Apollo Crews.
A.K.A. Terry Crews' son.
This is when I knew shit was about to get real. Kind of all the people they could have called up. They called up Apollo. I'm like, okay. First debut of the night from NXT. Cool beans. He debuted against Tyler Breeze, Prince Pretty.
Yeah.
He's on my favorite list, so I was like, all right, we get Tyler on TV, and it makes sense because they got history. I wish the match would have went longer. I mean, you didn't have to have the Sasha segment. I wish this match would have went a little bit longer. That way, Tyler Breeze can at least show himself off a little bit because I don't think he has to. He had like one or two matches, but he hadn't had like a big moment. So I wish they would have went on, but that's if, ands, and whatevers. And then what was the next thing?
Next thing, we have the shocking promo of the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion, Roman Reigns.
Ugh. Like, I'm a Roman fan, and I like what they did with him. They just gave him this I don't give a fuck attitude, and I'm down with that. I can dig it. But then he goes on to say, if you want it, come get it. Jericho came out first, then Styles, then Owens, then Zayn. And then, of course, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn can't be in the same ring with each other for 5 minutes before they fight each other. So they fought each other. And then AJ and Jericho fought each other, and Roman watched. And that kind of made me mad. And then I started thinking, did Roman just turn heel? We'll talk about that later. So, night goes on. What was the next segment? Was it the women presentation? Or Baron Corbin?
Baron Corbin.
Then we get Corbin being Baron Corbin. If you don't know who Baron Corbin is, or you haven't been watching NXT, just go watch NXT. Stop playing yourself. Go watch NXT. It was Baron versus Ziggler. Ziggler took an end of days. Game over. It's Baron fucking Corbin. So I've been telling Dolph, you are not Shawn Michaels for the past 2 years now. He don't want to listen. Fine. Baron Corbin had to show him.
Then comes the presentation of the new WWE Women's Championship, which the belt is very sexy.
$430. $219 for the child replica. $400 for the regular replica. I know this because I want one. And I made Thomas look for like 5 minutes as I looked at that price in disgust.
Which is very true. $439.
Oh, they jacked it up $10. It was $429.
Because,
oh my God!
Because there was a presentation, that's $10.
Okay. They gave the queen her belt, Charlotte. Charlotte did proceed to turn into Ric Flair, run down everybody in the ring. Everybody left except Natty. I love Natty. Do y'all love Natty? I love Natty. I love Natty Charlotte matches. So this match is going to be good. And it's going to be the first match of her defense as women's champion. And you don't think they're going to deliver? Boy, I am rooting for the women for the rest of the year. I don't know about y'all, but I am down with the women's division.
I got one question for you guys. When have you ever seen women's WWE women's wrestlers with war wounds? Did you see that gnarly black eye on Becky Lynch?
Oh my God, that shit was nasty.
These women are here to wrestle. They don't care about how they look anymore. Some of them still do, but it's starting to change. It's a new generation.
I wish I had a video camera. Did y'all see the pre-show? Give the devil her due. Eva Marie actually did good. They brought Emma. They sent Emma back to MST. She repackaged herself. I love Emma. I can't say anything bad about this new division. It's about what, a clean 15 of them?
Yeah, it's
plus NXT divas.
Yes,
I mean women. I got to see. I'm programmed. And then Charlotte and Natty. I can talk about this forever, so I'm not. What was next?
Then next was the Dudleys and the Usos.
So did Sammy get beat down before or after this match?
After that.
Okay. So we had the whole... Ooh, we get to talk about it.
Alright.
Do you hear that? Do you hear this hand, bro? Boy. We had the Usos versus the Dudleys. Fuck the match.
Yeah, forget that.
I mean, before the match, I was like, I hope the Usos win. That way, Bubba Ray can get all angry and shit, blame Devon for the loss, and then he can turn into the bully.
We love the bully. Because the bully is the shit. It's the bully.
Is amazing. But we got something even better.
So, we gotta, we have to break this down dramatically. So we're just sitting on the sofa like, oh, the Dudleys.
Because I noticed it at first, right before commercial break, and they was doing the interview segment with, who was it, AJ?
Yeah.
I'm like, why do I still hear Bubba outside the ring? I still hear Bubba vividly yelling at Byron. I know he yelling at Byron because the only person that yelled at Michael Cole now is Kevin Owens. So I know he yelling at Byron.
For just being there.
Oh, and Jericho. Jericho still yelling at Byron.
Yeah.
I mean at Cole.
Because Byron don't know anything.
Fun fact. I spent 7 hours last night completely ignoring Byron Saxton.
Alright. He spent 7 hours ignoring Byron Saxton. I spent 7 hours talking about what he had on. Because I still did not understand why he had on that damn MTV Movie Award ass suit he had on.
Wait, we didn't talk about the Miz and Ryder.
How did we skip over that?
I don't know, but we will after this. We're already into it. I'm like, why do I hear Bubba Ray? And then they cut back after commercial, and they're still out there. I'm like, what the hell is going on? And then
we're sitting on the sofa. We're listening to Bubba Ray go crazy.
Which is always fun.
Yes, which is always fun. He's in the ring. He's going crazy. And then... And I'm like, oh, they made the jump. Good old
Enzo and Cass. Oh my God. I was hoping for a Carmella. I was actually hoping for a Carmella. I think we'll get Carmella on SmackDown. I think we're gonna get Carmella on SmackDown.
Because she's a part of the team, man.
She's a part of the team.
It just felt like something was missing. And that was his Carmella. She's
hot as hell, and you can't teach that.
But no, it was just them two.
I'm fine with that because I love listening to Enzo. But I used to not like them at first because I was like, he's too hype. He's too happy. And then he calmed down a little bit. But he's not happy no more. He's mad. I don't know who made him mad, but he's mad all the time.
He's mad because everybody looks at him like he's the weak link out the group.
Yes.
So he always performs. He said he has to show that he's not the weak link.
Mm-hmm. They treat... Damn it. Who was that tag team? I forgot. It's a big guy and a little guy. And I always said... Sin Cara and goddamn Kalisto. I said Kalisto needs to do all the work and Sin Cara just needs to be out there just in case. That's all I always thought about the Lucha Dragons. And that's what Enzo and Cass do. Enzo does all his high flying stuff, and whenever he gets in trouble, here comes Big Cass to save the day.
With the
Perfect.
With the big boots.
With the big boots. You wanna know why? Cause he's 7 foot tall, and you can't teach that. I love those guys.
But I must say, in my opinion, this was the greatest promo they've ever done.
Yes.
From NXT, from all the events they did in NXT,
yes,
this Raw After Mania promo they did was the greatest promo they ever did. This is as much I've never loved. I did not want it to stop. I was like, Enzo, don't stop. Don't stop, Enzo. Keep going.
I was actually hoping Bubba grabbed the mic, but we didn't get it yet, and I'm fine with that. Now we have to, rewind a little bit. Zack Ryder versus Miz.
Oh my Lord.
Okay, WrestleMania moment for me. We're sitting there. It's about 6, 7 of us in the living room enjoying this.
Yes,
I was enjoying it. Everybody else was
everybody else. Me, of course, we're wrestling fans.
It was me, Thomas, and my uncle.
Yeah, oh yeah, we were enjoying it. It was just us three. We were just enjoying it. We were all talking about it. We're bouncing jokes, wrestling jokes.
Everybody else in the room.
Just like, what are we excited about?
I know, who are we cheering for?
What is AJ Styles? What's a ladder?
Why there's a ladder? Why is he in the match? He didn't tag in.
He about to fix the light bulb.
But anyways, I'm sitting there like, okay, the Miz is going to win this. I'm a Miz fan. I got my awesome shirt. I can have me a goddamn WrestleMania 27 other moment. I can mark out for the Miz. But
Miz celebrated too early.
And then he gets pushed off the ladder by Zack Ryder.
By the Long Island Iced Z.
I was in shock for like 3.25 seconds.
We were both so angry that the next match had the bell has rung
for the next match on Mania, and I'm still sitting there looking at the TV.
I'm like, I believe there were people we weren't supposed to use foul language in front of, and that whole rule went out the window because we said every word in the book.
But I'm not a Zack Ryder hater. I calmed down. I thought about it logically, and I said he's gonna lose it tomorrow night on Raw.
What I thought about was I was thinking like a lot of like he has had a career of just like
being there,
of just being there. Like it's Zack Ryder.
It's like Zack Ryder's on the roster. Give him a title real quick. And I blame that on John Cena. I blame the demise of Zack Ryder on John Cena. I don't blame much on John Cena anymore, but I blame that on Cena. But what I love about this Zack Miz match, we got Maryse back. Oh, and the Miz is the new IC champion.
Yeah, by the way,
the Miz is the new IC champion. That made me happy, but I'm more happy to get Maryse back with her fine ass. Oh my God.
We don't necessarily know if she's back. Just because she did a hair flip doesn't mean
No. She's advertised on SmackDown for the rematch. She's behind the Miz in the graphic. I don't care if she's wrestling. I just want her back on my TV screen. Let me have it. Please let me have this one. You been yelling at me all weekend. This man has been yelling at me literally all weekend. Probably all week.
Probably all month.
Probably all. I think he's been yelling at me all month. Can I have this one, please?
It's your YouTube channel. So
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm not gonna say anything.
All right, now let's hit fast forward. The main event.
That's karma.
That's karma. That is karma. The main event. Oh wait,
my Lord.
Kevin Owens beat the shit out of Sami Zayn, so he wasn't in the match.
So yeah, by the way, there is no Sami Zayn.
There is no Sami. I was hyped.
I was too. He had on his little jazz player hat.
I know, right? And then Kevin Owens just came out of nowhere.
He was like, "Prove it, Sammy.
Prove it, Sammy." And you know the powerbomb through a table.
Yep.
And then it turned into a triple threat, and then it turned back into a fatal 4-way with the return of Cesaro.
Yes.
And I love Cesaro. I've never had a problem with Cesaro.
Nope.
Never. I love Claudio. So, fatal 4-way, Claudio, Steen, Styles, Jericho. And Lord, behold.
Wait, before you continue on, for those of you guys that may be a little confused,
I use
Steen. Steen would be Kevin Owens. I'm gonna say it's Kevin the Steen Owens, because I do recognize him as Kevin Steen. So just for those people who don't know who Kevin Steen is, it's Kevin Owens, but I refer to him as Kevin the Steen Owens.
And then you have Claudio Castagnoli, a.k.a. Cesaro.
And we got the phenomenal one,
AJ Styles. And Chris Jericho.
And
Jericho.
And Jericho.
Like, I'm not even saying that as a Jericho hater. I love what Jericho has been doing for Styles over the past couple of months. And I thank you. But... but... I knew
he could be looked at as one of the greatest wrestlers of
all times if you just go away.
But AJ Styles,
when AJ got pinned Sunday night at WrestleMania, my first reaction was fuck this card. My second reaction was Bullet Club.
My first reaction was I'm retiring.
I was about to retire too, but then I just had to think to myself. My first thought was Zach won, AJ did. That was my first thought.
So then, of course, more rage from Zack Ryder when it came out.
Yeah. I think they heard that rage at the end of my WrestleMania review because I had to cut that short. I want to let y'all know I talked for a clean 10 minutes after I cut that off. Just letting out rage. Oh, gosh. But AJ won tonight.
AJ Styles is the number one contender for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
Okay. Pause. We're about to have a fangirl moment real quick. We know there's not really a good chance that AJ is going to win the title, but just a fact. Just a fact.
In the span of 1 month.
4.
It's been that long?
Technically 3, because the Royal Rumble's at the end of January.
Damn.
Is April. 3 months.
Yeah. Well, in a span of 3 months.
He has had 4 classic matches with Jericho. I know there were 5. Wait, or were there 4? They only had 4?
It had to have been 5 because they
okay, it was.
It's 4. It's 4.
It's 4. It was Raw.
They split. They split one. Then Jericho won one.
Yeah.
And then Jericho won again.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. No, they were going back and forth. It was AJ.
They split one.
They split one.
There you go. They split one. So that means they both won one, and then Jericho won the last 2.
Oh yeah. Okay. I thought they were going to have a 5th match. That's why I thought they were going to have a 5th match tonight. That way they can introduce the Bullet Club. But I'm fine with AJ just being number 1 contender. I'm fine with that. You know why I'm fine with that? Because I can officially say AJ Styles was number 1 contender for the WWE Championship. I can say AJ Styles is about to main event a pay-per-view for a WWE Championship. And I'm fine with that. I'm fine if he doesn't win. I'm fine that he's just in the match. I'm happy.
But
I'm grateful. Where's my beard?
Here's some little side notes.
I think you're about to talk about what I'm about to talk about, so go ahead.
It depends on if you look at this way. If you look at the match this way, who's your heel?
Roman Reigns.
And who is your fan favorite? Who is your baby face? AJ's your baby face. So that means Roman, there's a possibility that Roman might be a heel.
Yep.
Because he had this whole new attitude when he was in the ring.
Yep. The Rock finally slapped some sense into him.
Him and The Rock had that cousin fight in the hotel room.
Mm.
And of course, The Rock whooped his ass.
So we got a new Roman Reigns out of him.
So Roman Reigns is like, he's looking like,
I've never been a Roman Reigns hater. Never been a Roman Reigns hater. I don't agree with the position that he's in just because of the why he's in it. But I like Roman Reigns. I'm fine that he's a 3-time champion. As long as he doesn't go over 5, I'm fine. As long as he doesn't go over 5, I'm fine. Because I don't like the fact John Cena is a 15-time champion. Edge is my favorite wrestler of all time. And I don't like the fact that he's a 13-time world champion. I don't like the fact that Triple H is a 14-time world champion. I don't like the fact that Randy Orton is an 11-time world champion. I don't like the fact that for like 5 or 6 years, they were just giving people the prop just because. I want long reigns. Wait, no. I want long title reigns. I don't want Reigns to have the belt that long.
Some people's going to be like, oh, he wants Roman Reigns to hold the belt.
Nope. I don't mind if Roman holds it till SummerSlam. But he can't have the belt that long. He can have the belt till Seth comes back. How about that? He can have the belt till Seth comes back. Or Seth or Orton. One of them two. Unless Joe gets tired of it. He can have the belt until Joe gets fed up.
Joe's just going to pop up.
Joe's just going to pop up.
No, please don't do that. No. Yes.
Wait, I just scared myself. What if they're going to feed Roman Reigns our internet darlings? Like AJ, like Sammy, like Kevin. What if they feed him them?
And he just... Oh, by the way, Randy Orton's a 12-time.
I knew he was a 12-time. I wanted to say 12. I'm like, 11 for Orton just sounds good. 11 for Orton just sounds good. But 12, I figured he was a 12-time.
I figured he was a 12-time too, because I'm looking at the people that's got the top, the most championships. Fucking... Of course, Flair.
Flair doesn't count. I'm talking about
these. Then why?
I'm talking about
why the fuck is that makes John Cena at the top of the list then?
Yes, it does.
That's weird.
Yeah, in this modern era, John Cena is our Flair when it comes to championships.
Ew.
Yeah, nobody thought about that, did you? I hate people for certain reasons. I hate Cena because he's a 15-time world champion. If Cena was a 4-time world champion like Shawn Michaels, that'd be fine. No. Why is he I know it's because of the World Heavyweight title that doesn't exist anymore and the WWE title, but why? I'm sorry, I just had a rant. I didn't mean to have this rant. I wanted to cut this video off at 20 minutes. But I absolutely hate the fact that for like 8 years, that belt was hoarded around more than name somebody. That belt was hoarded around more than the men who held it.
There you go.
Like, come on. That's stupid. Oh, okay, but anyways, back to Raw. Back to AJ. AJ Styles versus Roman Reigns. What scares me is the fact that AJ's been getting a lukewarm to positive reaction. And Roman Reigns has just been booed out the building. So I hope this elevates AJ a little bit more so he can get that like real main event, pop. Like I want him to get that Sami Zayn pop. He's not getting that pop anymore. So I'm looking at this realistically, guys. See, I can think. But I think I'm just enough. I gotta go watch Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Yeah, I'm admitting that. If you've enjoyed your WrestleMania weekend, what was your highlight of the weekend? Can we end with that? Let's end with that. What was your highlight of the weekend?
What was my highlight of the weekend was...
because I think we might have the same one.
The Divas.
The Divas.
The women's.
The women's.
The women's triple threat was great.
Okay. What else?
Nakamura.
Okay, there we go. We're on the same
and
page.
Sami Zayn. They tried to kill each other. Actually, the theme of the weekend was my highlight, which was they're gonna kill each other.
That was the theme of the weekend. They're gonna kill each other.
If you just pay attention to every match,
they killed Sami Zayn. Yeah, they killed Sami. Somebody did die. They killed Sami.
So, of course, Sami had a rough weekend.
Yeah, Sami had a real rough weekend. Any other highlights?
Austin Aries, man.
Austin Aries was good.
With the OG look, man.
Yeah, with the OG look, yeah, I like that. I think a couple of my highlights are pretty much the same. You're going to be surprised at this because as much shit I was talking about the Divas in a positive way, my highlight was Nakamura Zayn. That match was fucking amazing. That was my highlight. Oh, wait, we can't forget about Chad and Gable winning the titles.
My God, yeah.
We can't forget about that.
Gable and Jordan, the American Alphas, they were amazing.
My bitch, Asuka.
Yeah.
Asuka killed Bayley. She died too. Bayley died.
Bayley died.
She came back to life after the match, but she died.
And everybody thought
Joe tried to kill Balor.
Yeah,
Joe tried to kill Balor. Kevin killed Sammy, finally.
Yep.
They tried to kill Sin Cara. It didn't work. They tried. So, where was Kalisto on Raw? I like Kalisto. Can we have more Kalisto, please?
You can tell Sin Cara to stop walking around looking like a lily.
He did look like a lily. He looked like one of them honeysuckers.
He did.
He like a honeysucker. What else? The Queen winning. I love that. The belt. The belt may be the highlight. Of course,
I retweeted the belt 3 times.
That belt is gorgeous. I will say, when I first saw it, like on Wednesday when it leaked, I was like, okay. But seeing it live, I want to see it in person. I got to go find me a replica. Trust me, when they come out with the toy version for like $15, I'm going to buy it. I'm not ashamed to say that. But, yeah, I would go overall women's.
Yep.
Nakamura,
period.
Like, the entrance to Nakamura was great.
Yes.
The entrance alone was great.
I was ready to watch more. Yes. After a takeover, I was like, is there anything else going on Saturday? And I was like, then I was hyped for freaking Sunday.
Oh, another highlight of my weekend was Negan from The Walking Dead. I'm sorry, I have to throw that in there because I didn't watch the Battle Royal or what was the other match after that? The Cell in the Cell. I was watching The Walking Dead. That was a highlight. That finale was a highlight. I want to know who died. I don't think it's the way they did it in the comics. Yeah, they just turned into a Walking Dead finale. Recap. I don't know who did it. I don't know who got killed, I should say. But I just know it better not be Glenn. We already know it's not Rick and Carl because of what he said. It better not be Rosita. It better not be... I can deal without Abraham. No, Abraham is funny as hell. Better not be Abraham. And where's the second group? Okay, I'm done. Okay, this is wrestling. I'm sorry. Hashtag.
This is wrestling.
Hashtag save Glenn. Sorry. Hashtag save Glenn. Anyways, leave your WrestleMania highlights below. If you want to follow me and him on all types of social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, Kick, Snapchat, all that. Link down below in the description. Share the video out with your friends. Subscribe if you haven't already. And with all of that being said, I am Sean, the gamer. with Thomas. And we are out of here because you can't teach that.
Bada bing, bada boom, realest
Dudes in the room.
How you doing?
How you doing?